Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy DLloyd. So Anthony Davis, at least reportedly, we still have to throw that out there because until he actually signs, nothing is guaranteed. But when my guy Shams from The Athletic is reporting this is basically factual statement, as close as factual as you could get until he actually signs. But he is reporting right now that Anthony Davis will be re-signing with the Los Angeles Lakers. Now that's not a crazy surprise, but he did give people a little bit of room to speculate when he said he wasn't sure yet, and he'll make up his mind in the upcoming months. It looks like it just took a few days, and he will be re-signing with the Los Angeles Lakers. So that's just good for the Lakers. Now they know they have the two main guys coming back. It was already like a 99% chance that it was going to happen, but now it should happen for sure, man. So that is definitely good. Now, what does this mean for the Lakers and their busy offseason? Because the Lakers have to basically rebuild an entire team because almost everybody has a player option. Well, Anthony Davis was scheduled to make $28 million. By him declining the player option, which he will do, and then ultimately re-sign, he's going to at least make $32.7 million. So basically $33 million this season. So that takes off about, a solid amount. $4 million, right, that they could have used. And now where that comes into play is really when it comes to the mid-level exception, which is expected to be around that $9 million mark. So now you're looking at that being impacted, right? The Lakers now potentially going into the luxury tax to pay, this roster depending on who stays and who goes. When you look at the rest of the rosters, Rajon Rondo, at least last night, is reportedly that he is going to opt out of his veteran minimum player option, which was basically to be expected, but it looks like he wants to come back to LA, but we'll see what the market is and how much teams are willing to pay for Rajon Rondo, who looked great in the playoffs. You then look at Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it looks like KCP is more than likely going to decline his player option, but he also would like to return to the Lakers. But of course, having that great year, he wants to make more than that $8 million. We'll see what the market dictates, and I do think there's going to be a team that's willing, to go out and pay KCP a little bit more than the $8 million. Luckily for the Lakers, they do have his bird right, so they could go up to, bring him back in. So that is a plus for the Los Angeles Lakers. And now you're really just looking at a few other guys. Avery Bradley, is he going to pick up his player option? That's up in the air. We haven't seen him in the bubble, so we don't know where his values truly want to lie, but making $5 million, I can see a team willing to pay more than that, but Avery Bradley, we'll see if he picks up that option or not. Dwight Howard is, of course, an unrestricted free agent. The Lakers will love to have him back, but you have a team like the Golden State Warriors who are also interested in Dwight Howard. So what happens there? Who pays a little bit more money? We're not quite sure. Of course, for the Lakers, DeMarcus Cousins, I'm not sure how much money he's going to get somewhere, so if the Lakers do decide to try to bring him back, it will more than likely either be with a mid-level or being a vet minimum deal at this point. And then you're looking at JaVale McGee, who I'm sure has no other choice but to pick up his player option at $5 million. I don't see him making more than that in the open market, especially because he was just benched later on in the playoffs. So I think for sure we'll see JaVale McGee come back. So for the Lakers, this does impact the money slightly. I don't think it's a huge deal. You're able to lock up Anthony Davis. Now I think the Lakers are really going to sit back and let AD decide how long he wants to sign, right? He could sign a 3-year deal. Then when his contract is up, he's then eligible for a higher tier level of a max deal because he'll have now 10 years in the NBA. He could sign a 1+1 deal. He could sign a 4-year deal to get security. We're not sure what he's planning. It looks like the salary cap may go down. Obviously, with everything going on with the pandemic, it may go down slightly and then bounce back up as, the NBA and the league starts to get the revenue back up. They recover a little bit. So maybe he goes at 1+1 so he could opt out and then sign for a little bit more. Maybe he goes for 3 years, gets a little bit of security, and then he knows after the 3 years, he could then get the next tier up in terms of a max contract. So a couple of options for Anthony Davis. I'm sure the Lakers are just handing him a blank check with the max amount on it, and you just write the amount of years that you want on it. I think that's exactly what the Lakers are doing because, they have a history of doing right by the players. I think it's the same thing, man. So we'll ultimately see what the deal is, but Anthony Davis returning back to the Lakers, that is a start, and now you just don't have to worry about the possibility of him leaving because he's not entertaining anything else. But you guys let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Do you think AD is going to sign a 3-year deal, 4-year deal, maybe a 1+1 with a player option? Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. It's your boy DLloyd. I'm see y'all next time. Peace.